song?
Oriental folk song.
Yeah. Good morning, Unity San Francisco. Good morning, good morning. If you are downstairs, you want to come upstairs. If you are in the room, thank you, thank you. So we are going to talk about Principle 3 today, but we also can't forget that Valentine's Day is on Tuesday. Here's a song. You might know it. Let's see. My funny Valentine, sweet comic Valentine, you make me smile with my heart. Your looks are laughable.
Switch the batteries up. I think it's on.
Is your figure less than Greek? Is your mouth a little bit weak? When you open it to speak, are you smart?
Is this on? This is on.
Smart. Change your hair for me, babe. Not if you care for me, baby. Stay, little Valentine, stay. Each day is Valentine. My funny Valentine, sweet comic Valentine, you make me smile in my heart. Ooh, your looks are laughable. Photographable, yeah. You're my favorite award. Is your figure less than Greek? Is your mouth a little bit weak? When you open it to speak, are you smart? So that song has special significance to me. I used to sing in a vocal jazz group called Sonata Pi. We were basically like the Black Manhattan Transfer. And that was the first solo they ever gave me. It was fun to be able to sing it again. Thank you, Reverend Elisa. Oh no, there was some new stuff because, you know, I've grown.
So welcome everybody. My name is Reverend Ken Daigle. I'm the senior minister here, and this is our minister of music, Miss Miss Malone. Happy Valentine's Day. Happy Super Bowl Sunday.
Woohoo!
Go 49ers.
I know, hopefully they'll get a, you know, it's like,
Okay.
home run.
Yes. Testing. All right. So go 49ers. Yeah. Okay.
Go Chiefs or Eagles.
I
Pick
know.
one.
Well, I went to ministerial school in Kansas City, Missouri, so go Chiefs, right? I lived there for 3 years, so, and for anyone from Philadelphia I'm offending, my apologies, right? That's right. You're offended? Okay. Right. Talk to me after service, all right? So, hey, everybody online. We're so glad you're here. We have a lot going on online. If you're watching on YouTube or on our website, you can click the button for our Zoom room and join us for an interactive experience in the Zoom room. And I'll tell you more about that later. But I also wanted to just mention that it is, there's so much going on in the world. I could begin this whole service talking about all the prayers and all of the situations around the world that need our loving attention right now so that we create the world, physically create the world that we see and know in our hearts. And at the same time, right here in our own country, in our own communities, in our own hearts, we need to create the world for all of our people of color, right? For all people in this nation. And so this is Black History Month. And we say this affirmation together. I commit to creating a world of safety, equity, and equality. Can we know this together? I commit to creating a world of safety, equity, and equality. And one of the little ways we do it, and we're doing it, Misa's going to tell you about. Well, we can do teddy bears.
We'll do a teddy bear. He's going to do teddy bears.
I'll stop making you schizophrenic on the PowerPoint. Sorry about that. I jumped ahead. So you'll notice in the seats around you, and those of you online, you can't see them, but we have these teddy bears. You see them on the piano behind me. This one, in particular, was bought by my daughter with her allowance to give to foster kids. Right? Because she knows we had 3 foster kids in our home, and she knows and still thinks about them. So what we do is we collect these teddy bears and love them up before we hand them over to social services agencies who bring them to children as they're removing them from their homes and they're entering the foster care system. So you can mail them to us here. You can go on Amazon and buy dozens. Our affirmation is we're going to have 100 before the end of the month. We have 17 in the room now, so we have our work cut out for us, right? So we can do it, right? Can we do 100 teddy bears? Yes. Easy, right? Okay. And then for Black History Month, Misa and I have come up with this plan.
So for Black History Month, for those of you who were here last week, I was your speaker. That kicked off our Black History Month service. But what you may not have noticed is the music featured Black artists, Black songwriters. So for the month of February, the lion's share of the music you're going to hear is going to be music that was either composed by or performed by and made famous by Black artists. So for today, we're featuring India Ari, Lena Bird Miles, who's actually a local gospel artist, Earth, Wind, and Fire, and Lenny Kravitz. Yes, you're at church and you're going to hear some Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Earth, Wind, and Fire today
hand
in
clap
the
on
house.
that.
And Lenny Kravitz, all right?
And Lenny Kravitz. And that, My Funny Valentine, it is a staple, but the version I know is from Shaka Khan's jazz album. So
Yeah.
that's the version I do. So it's her arrangement. So.
And it's just a way for us to acknowledge that while we can't always be as diverse as we want or imagine in our hearts, just the acknowledgement of the rich gifts that have been given to us by people of color that normally go unnoticed. It's a chance to wake up and to see it and to celebrate it.
Unnoticed and uncelebrated.
Yeah,
Yes.
right, and that no more,
No.
right? It's like, so Let's celebrate today. I'm going to have the band sing India Ari. So,
India Ari.
here we are.
I am not Ruby Day, but she is singing with us. Ladies and gentlemen, we have our own Ruby Day. She's been gone for a while, but she'll be blessing us later. Well worth the wait, let me tell you. I believe in open doors. I've taken off the screen. I'm ready to let the world come inside and touch my life. I will no longer be defined by what someone else believes that I am. Now that I have dropped the weight, I am light as a feather. Time to elevate. Sober eyes, lift your eyes, spread your wings and prepare to fly. This is the moment of your life. Go ahead and fly. I believe in open doors. I'm outside of the box. What did not demolish me simply polished me. Now the clear I can see. I know where I wanna go. I am living in the flow. Now that I have dropped the weight, I am light as a feather. Time to elevate. Sober eyes, lift your eyes, spread your wings and prepare to fly. This is the moment of your life. Go ahead and fly. Sober eyes, lift your eyes, spread your wings and prepare to fly. This is the moment of your life. Go ahead and fly.
Go ahead and fly. Right here and right now. We open our hearts and minds to the wholeness that is within us, to the infinite possibility that exists in every moment. So right now, as you close your eyes, as you're comfortable, I invite you to imagine your angel wings sprouting out from behind your back and unfolding in full wingspan as you take to the air and you lift off from this mortal place to the truth of who you are, the immortal, the eternal, the spirit that is your true identity. We lift ourselves right here in this moment to the wholeness and truth of our making. We are not human beings having a spiritual experience. We are spiritual beings having a human one. So right now we claim our identity as the beloved. We claim our identity as whole. We claim our identity as love. And we let our wings spread out in a power pose, taking up all the space they need as we soar and fly, as we lift and see things from a new perspective, from a new understanding, in a new way. Today is the day. We rise, we rise, we rise. And so it is. Amen. So we let it be. Ashe. Miss Misa is holding a group called Spiritually Feminine, where all the women and identify as feminine here in the community can join Misa on Wednesday night from 6 to 8 to explore. 6 to 8:30? Yes, there we go. 6 to 8:30 to explore what it means to be fully feminine, fully divine, and fully human, all at the same time. There's a sign up on the website. You can sign up so we can send you notices and updates, and look forward to seeing you there or hearing about you there. I won't be there. So you have a safe space. We do have lots of different ways for you to connect with us. Or first off, Reverend Elizabeth, who's giving us our talk today. Say hi, I'm Reverend Elizabeth. Hey. Leads a meditation every Sunday morning here at 10:15 to 10:45. Sound meditation. It's beautiful. I invite you to enjoy it online or enjoy it here in the room. Every weekday at 12 noon Pacific time, we have a Zoom meditation called Peace in the Midst. I lead them on Monday. Other people, Elizabeth, Emmy online, and Dave Cooperberg here in the house, lead them during the rest of the week. So you can just take 15 minutes and be together in wholeness and in meditation. And then if you need that at any time on our website, we have a whole revolving gallery of meditations from 5 minutes to 15 to 20-minute meditations that you can meditate at any time. And my husband tells me that whenever he can't sleep, he just puts on my voice and he goes right to sleep. So if you're having that problem in the middle of the night, just tune in Reverend Ken, and I promise you'll be out in a flash. Okay? I'm good for something here. In your bulletin, you'll find our spiritual connection card. And for the folks online, you'll find it if you click the button on our website. That's the spiritual connection card. If you're on YouTube or Zoom, they will also put the link in the chat for you so you can collect the spiritual connection card. And especially for those of you online, it's really important for you to fill out the spiritual connection card first, because it's an opportunity for me to see you. If you have something you want to speak to us, say to us, let us know, and I can respond directly. I get them in my inbox. It blows up on Sundays. That's why I turn off my phone during service. I invite you to do the same or put it on vibrate. But we'd love to hear from you online and in the room. If you didn't get a bulletin, raise your hands. The ushers can come around right now and bring you a bulletin. We have some on this side. Right? Everyone else seems to have one. We'd like to turn your attention to the spiritual connection card in the room. You can rip it off. And please fill out the front with your name, your address. Even if you come here every week, yes, I ask you to fill it out with your name so we know you're here. And if there's anything changes, you can put your changes on it. And there's on the back, we'll get to it later, so there's opportunities for us to interact. And I read them every week, and it gives me a chance to know what's going on with you. Even if I don't get to speak to you personally here or online, it definitely gives me a chance to know what's going on for you. So thank you for doing that. If anybody here is for the first time or second time, we have a gift for you. Online, you can just let us know on your spiritual connection card it's your first time, and we will send you an electronic gift. Here in the room, we'll send you an electronic gift as well. But we also have some Unity magazines and some affirmation cards that you can pick up on your way out. We invite you to take them to learn more about Unity and what our whole worldwide movement is about. And so today we're going to start by doing a chant that Misa and Ryan have written for us. Yeah. And as you know, we're in the middle of these series on the 5 basic unity principles. First principle is that there is only one power and one presence in the universe. That presence we call God. Second principle is that because we are part of the one, we are inherently divine and inherently good. And the third principle, as you see on the screen, is we create with our thoughts and beliefs. We are the instruments of creation, just like God, just like the divine, just like all of energy itself. As we think, believe, and feel, so it manifests in our life. And Misa has a catchy little ditty that she created that we're going to learn together. So take it away, band.
So just to kind of talk it through for you. Principle 3, we create with our thoughts and beliefs. I know a lot of people, some of the older folks in my community would say, don't give birth to things, meaning watch what you say, right? Because what you say, if you're constantly talking down about yourself, that will manifest in your life. Because what's inside our minds manifests in time as words and deeds and actions. Thoughts create our lives and project outside what we've allowed traction. Let that sit for a second. Where are you doing that in your life? Where are you speaking? In the Christian tradition, they would say speaking life versus speaking death. Where are you speaking challenge into your life? Struggle, pain, repetition, suffering. Come on. Where are you speaking anything but joy into your life? Okay. So I'm going to say this really slowly so you can catch the melody because it's a little tricky. What's inside our minds manifests in time as words and deeds and actions. Thoughts create our lives and project outside what we've allowed traction. Be mindful. Be mindful. Be mindful. Be mindful. That's a catchy little ditty to remind you to watch your thoughts, right? Yeah. Okay, so we're going to sing it. It's like double dutch. You kind of got to get in where you fit in. We wrote it, and we've been like, okay, where is it? Hold on. Where is it? Okay, there it is. All right, on 3. Here we go. Inside our minds manifest in time as words and deeds and actions. Thoughts create our lives and project outside what we've allowed traction. Be mindful. Be mindful. Be mindful. Be mindful. What's inside our minds manifests in time as words and deeds and actions. Thoughts create our lives and project outside what we've allowed traction. Be mindful. Be mindful. Be mindful. Be mindful. Last time. What's inside our minds manifests in time as words and deeds and actions. Thoughts create our lives and project outside what we've allowed traction. 1, 2. Be mindful. Be mindful. Be mindful. Be mindful. Just repeat that. Be mindful. Be mindful. Be mindful. Be mindful. Principle 3.
Yeah. Thank you, our music team. So I'm saying this to the AV staff, but saying it to all you as well. Which way should I step? There we go. This is a great opportunity. We should cut that out and put it on our website so people can do it during the week. That might be better for keeping you awake than my voice at night. So, right? You can sing that as your chant as you go into sleep. And so now it's time for our interactive meet and greet. If you're online, this is the perfect time to click the button for the Zoom room on our website. So if you're on YouTube, you can go to our website or click the link they're putting in the chat for you. And that way we can say hello to you and say hi in the Zoom room here in our room after this. It's a great opportunity to do that. For those of you in the room and at home, I invite you to stand and sing along as we make a joyful noise with our tune One Step. Ready, guys? Here we go.
1, 2, 3. One step, one step, one step, one step. Old time religion is a box I do not fit in. I am metaphysical, I am transcendent. Change the situation by changing your mind. Raise the vibration by knowing you are divine. Make a mental path, one step, repeat. I surrender to the presence of the God in me. Make a mental path, one step, repeat. I am practicing the presence of the goddess in me. Who doesn't like a reggae groove on a Sunday morning? What do you believe? You got to know your truth. Pure potential possibility, that is you. If you stand in opposition, you perpetuate the thing. Would you resist, persist, so let love be what you bring? Make a mental path, one step, repeat. I surrender to the presence of the God in me. Make a mental path, one step, repeat. I am practicing the presence of the goddess in one step, one step, one step, one step. Come on, ladies. Follow your intuition and the passion that you got. Be pulled by a vision, don't get pushed by your thoughts. Everything experienced is energetic. Be aware of energy, you give and you get it. Out of routine, slip into observer state. Change your mind by changing habits, choose a different way. Say, oh yes, the highest and your best. What you desire, you can straight up manifest. Make a mental path, one step, repeat. I surrender to the presence of the God in me. Make a mental path, one step, repeat. I am practicing the presence of the goddess in one step, 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 one step. All right, we have reached our time of interactive meet and greet. Please greet your neighbor with a handshake, a hug, a toe tap, or a fist bump. Please also say hello to our community online. Happy Sunday! One step, one step, one step, one step. One step, one step, one step. One step, one step, one step, one step.
One step, one step, one step. Hey there, Lauren. Hey, Nancy. Nisha, Angelica. How is everybody? As you can see, it's a party in here today. Yeah. They're continuing to sing, so it may be hard to hear me. I can't hear you guys.
One step, one step, one step, one step. One step, one step, one step.
Hey, Kate. Kate. Hello, Rosie. Hello, Victoria. Want to say hi?
One step, one step, one step.
You can speak into the microphone. We can hear you.
One step, one step.
You want to say hi to people
Hey,
online?
everybody. Hello, happy Sunday, happy Valentine's Day, happy Black History Month, happy everything.
Hey. You want to say hi to people online?
Hello, people online.
Hey,
It's crooked. Watch my phone.
All right. Hi, everybody. Come
Hi, everybody. Hello, everybody. Hi. Well, that was a great party. One step. I know that you didn't have time to say hi to everybody yet, but there is more downstairs. If you can smell it, because it's coming up from downstairs, they're making us a feast downstairs. So I invite everybody here to stay for hospitality. It's in the room directly below us, and more chances to say hi and to catch up with everybody there. And now I just want to talk briefly about the retreat that's coming up at the end of April, the 27th through 30th. Misa and I are leading a retreat at Unity Village on abundance, which I happen to know a little bit about and teach a little bit about. And it's a Come Home to Unity retreat, which means come home to Unity Village. If you don't know what Unity Village is, it's 1,300 to 1,400 acres right outside of Kansas City, in a town called Lee Summit, but it's actually its own village. It's its own town called Unity Village, and the Fillmores created it in the 1920s. So it's just celebrating its 100-year anniversary, and it is a really special place. It's Unity's Mecca, literally, and it is beautiful. We're going to be staying in the Airbnbs that are there. It was built as cottages in the 1920s, and we built a modern hotel too, so we have hotel accommodations for people. And it's going to be a deep dive into Unity history and into abundance teachings. And there's spots left. We're going to take up to 100 people, but we're already at 40 people attending. So if you want to join us, you can sign up on our website or see Misa and I for more information after. And as Misa alluded to earlier, we do have one of our favorite singers back with us today, Miss Ruby Day. And I'm going to invite Ruby and the music team to come and take stage before we introduce Reverend Elizabeth and her talk, okay? Yeah, take it away. welcome back.
I'm sorry. So, can I just say something? Lena Bird Miles is a black woman of substance gospel singer. Justice has been done.
That's a lot coming from you, Misa, so thank you.
Thanks. And now, Reverend Elizabeth Hager.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh, yeah, clicker. Oh, yeah. Thank you. Clicker, yeah. Let me see if I can get adjusted here. So Valentine's Day is Tuesday, but today I'm going to talk about love. Notice I said but. Yeah. Thank you. Because if love is a ship, it is the ship. Love I'm talking about is not the TV Love Boat version comedy, if you're old enough to remember that, or online dating. Not that kind of love, with all the attendant misunderstandings of what romantic love is supposed to be like. I'm talking about the love ship, this one, this embodiment, this one in which we are all time traveling, this human experience. It also happens to be Unity's first principle. God is all. God is all there is. Only one, only presence, one power, period. That's it. My favorite name for God is love, because it gently moves us away from the patriarchal notions of God as a white guy in the sky. And the name is also both immanent and transcendent, very intimate. Abba, Father, here, right here, among us, presence, the beloved, and also transcendent, everywhere. The force, the field, everywhere. It is what I understand God to be. But there are so many names to try to comprehend it all. But for the purposes of this talk, love is what we'll work with. Also, because it's Valentine's Day. And I can't imagine a better Valentine that one is omnipotent, omniscient, and omnipresent, all power, all knowledge, all consciousness itself, sexy. I am playfully calling God my Valentine because it's such a great match. Because I am love too. So are you. We are all love, which also happens to be our second principle. Yes. You are love. You are divine. Oh, and by the way, you are God too. Holy moly, I am again grateful that I am a woman in the 21st century when they don't burn us at the stake. For the act of claiming that I am God, divine. I mean, how are the authorities going to keep it down once they know that they're God too? I can see why they might have wanted to be a little obscure on this point for the last 2,000 years. But Jesus was pretty clear. The kingdom of God is within. How much infinity do you need to be infinity? It's just math. Think about that. You can't divide infinity and not get infinity. You can't divide God and not get the whole of God. And what about love? I remember Reverend Deanne talking about love done in the world is never lost. It always returns to you, right? Sounds kind of like Einstein's law of the conservation of energy. Energy cannot be created or destroyed, but transformed from one form to another. My husband thinks that it's never a talk unless I mention Einstein. And it's true. But it makes sense, though, right? It's the place we all come from and the one that we're all returning to. As Ram Dass famously said, we're all just walking each other home. Love flows as divine wisdom, and it grows through all of reality. It is the first principle of unity. It's also process theology for any of you out there that care. It flows through us. It is the second principle, which is pretty much, I'm paraphrasing, tag you're it. However, my talk today is about the third principle. What do we do with a Valentine that is all-powerful, knows us better than we know ourselves, and loves us unconditionally? We create life, a life that allows us to offer our unique gifts to the world, our authentic life, all the gifts that we have been given to be who we came here to be on this planet. We create with the focus of our emotions and thoughts. The third principle is about co-creating with our divine partner. Wow. This ship, our embodiment. Love moves through us in this life and powers our ability to create. We co-create by 1, choosing our focus, and 2, being guided by our longings and discontents, because our desires are God-given. Ellen Davenport, in her book, The 5 Principles, likens this conscious use of our co-creative powers to cave dwellers discovering fire. The third principle governs our lives, whether we know it or not, whether we believe it or not. We are creating with every thought and feeling, scary and magnificent. Everybody breathe. The Buddha intuited and practiced this 2,500 years ago, and quantum science proves it with the observer effect in experiment and laboratories today. Is it a wave or is it a particle? That's really not the relevant question. What do you believe as the observer? What do you think? Your thoughts determine reality. This is both amazing and confusing. So the questions begin. If I'm creating, why am I not rich and happy? I never focused on getting sick. I didn't do that. My sister died young. That can't be my fault. But imagine the world we could create if we knew how to use this tool consistently and consciously. If love is a ship, many of us have fear-shaped holes in our seaworthiness. So what gets in the way? That's an easy answer: fear. Every human being has fears. They are both personal obstacles to our good and collective, which are inherited from our lineages. The first-person stories of our experience are in our lifetime. And then there are the stories we tell about those personal experiences, which may or may not be, may be oppressive in themselves. Much of what we do at Unity here is healing the stories that we tell ourselves, and telling better, more authentic ones. We all have them: victim stories of not enough, false economies of if you get more, I'm going to get less. These are personal stories, first-person stories, which keep us fearful, small, and separate. They get in our way. We are shaped into norms that are not our own. We are taught to be contortionists and pretzels to conform. We are not taught that we were divine and loved just the way we are. No one cared about my longings and discontents or my gifts. The reward and the payoff, as if we conform, is belonging and not being alone, because human beings need community. So it is a powerful tool of control wielded to afflict a subset of the population who has been othered by their own others. We all hold unconscious stories of these personal traumas, but the deeper ones are inherited traumas, according to our unique lineages of DNA and race and gender, communities and culture. The traumas of not fitting into norms and not belonging. These stories are deeper, which we may not even be conscious of, but they are still there. They are embodied trauma. We hold them in our bodies, but they are not dormant. They affect our actions. These are error stories that also keep us small and fearful and separate from each other and God, because judging by appearance is about separation. Inherited stories of trauma are held in our bodies for generations, both the fear, but gratefully also the wisdom. There are stories that we inherit from many generations. These are deeper. They are historical traumas. New trauma research says that treating these deeper traumas is much different because they are embodied. Using only talk therapy does not access them because we hold them in our bodies in tension and pain, and they trigger us in ways that are surprising. But we must know them to overcome them. There's a lot of new research on healing these PTSD type of embedded traumas, these embedded stories. One of these books is called My Grandmother's Hands by Resmaa Menakem, which focus on racial memories in our human bodies of oppression and pain. And that he holds that Black bodies in particular hold these deep unconscious memories of slavery and incarceration. And these kind of traumas take a different therapy to heal, an embodied one. This is what he says. Trauma is routinely passed from person to person, generation to generation through genetics, culture, family structures, and the biochemistry of egg, sperm, and womb. Trauma is literally in our blood. This is historical trauma. As our bodies are divinely made, their communication with us is greatly informative, if not sacred. We need to listen to our bodies to heal. What are they trying to tell us? Every pain tells a story. That's my yoga teacher. Self-dismissal is self-sabotage. Historical trauma comes as racial stories, but also gender stories. Historical trauma of race are generations old, but gender stories are much older, so old that in many cases they are invisible. The story of becoming more whole, more authentic with love as our ship is the story that Unity tells. But sometimes these stories that get in our way of our good are so deep that we need to blind ourselves to even see them. Gender is just such a soup in which we all swim. Justice is a blind audition to an orchestra. In our first Spiritually Feminine gather last month, Misa spoke eloquently and graciously about gender roles. She said this: from a young age, women are taught to be accountable to others, but not to themselves. Self-dismissal is self-sabotage. 100 years of vote for women has made a difference. But in many cases, 2,000 years of misogyny is so prevalent that women themselves may not even be able to see their own power. It has left such a deep lineage that sometimes we humans must blind ourselves to even see that it's there. We are not conscious of these stories until we are, they have power over us. In his book, Blink, The Power to Think Without Thinking, Malcolm Gladwell reports, and this is great, in the 1980s, that one particular orchestra, the Munich Philharmonic, decided, for other reasons than gender equality, to have blind screenings for auditions. They were ecstatic over the winner. That's the one we want, and they sent all the applicants home. Abby Conant had left the stage, was packing up, thinking that the one off note played, ruminating that the audition had been a failure, was packed up to go. Someone went to get Abby, and then the great disappointment ensued. Abby Conant was a woman. And then the backtracking and complaining began. Women cannot play in the Munich Philharmonic. Women cannot play the trombone. The trombone is a man's instrument. But as a fellow horn player confirmed, Abby can blow the house down. Blinding ourselves to the truth is sometimes the only way to see it. Blind screenings have since become common, and women in the symphony orchestra have made great strides since then. These erroneous stories of race and gender get in the way of our good, creating a life that fits us now and our unique gifts. What if we truly listen to our longings and our discontents as guidance, listening to our own voice and trusting God to be our navigation partner? Unity has retaught me to lead with my heart. When we lead with love, we co-create with God. It's like ETAC guidance. ETAC is the intuitive oral tradition of Micronesian navigation, which uses no instruments or instrument panels, and has been working for them for millennia. Outrigger canoes paddled by Palau masters travel a mapless ocean using the intuitive ETAC guidance. Like other navigators, they use stars and swells and seasons and currents and creatures of the sea and air. But the focus and the force for a Palau master is that his canoe is stationary. The islands and the sea move around him. He is the core. He is the heart of it all. And he is as sure of this as we Westerners are that the canoe is moving. What if we used our longings and discontents as guidance? All of them. Shadow, light, all of it. The things we love, the things we don't love about ourselves. What if we listened? What if we trusted God to be our navigation partner? What mountains could we move, or oceans might we cross to be in true partnership with the divine? We co-create our reality with this ability to listen to our heart center and take action. This ability to listen to our inner guidance is the difference between persistence, which we need to offer our gifts to the world, and stubbornness, which is childish and willful and insists that what is not. Happily, God as love has a better curriculum than that of our human error stories. And if we are lucky, we learn the power of God as love in action and the power of being in a thoughtful community. We see better when we see together. Here is a hopeful quote by a woman author of the past who overcame barriers with some gender-bending rules in the early 1980s in Paris. It's never too late to be what you might have been. George Sand. What is our purpose? To learn about and to eventually be love, according to the shape of our gifts. If women have glass ceilings, Black women have them double paned. So I would like to end with this perfect example of how love and the nurturing of our unique gifts moves us forward. Serena Williams, who is a stellar model of forgiveness and faith and focus to do what is uniquely hers to do, just as we can. Whatever you can become, you become in your head first. Is that not a perfect restatement of the third principle? She recounted this in her book, On the Line, but it was the remembered wisdom of her mother, her personal lineage. Her parents obviously loved her, believed in her, and imparted faith and principle to start her in the right direction. In 1998, Serena and her older sister, Vanessa, have redefined power, aesthetics, and the diversity of the game. In a recent Christian Science Monitor article summarizing her career as she retires from the court, they said this: the greater measure of her impact may be in her mental presence, that she modeled individuality over group identity, forgiveness over resentment, and legitimacy over disadvantage. Before the Williams sisters, the small club breaking the color line in big-name pro athletics was all male. Jackie Robinson, Arthur Ashe, Tiger Woods. In the tournament in Indian Wells, California in 2001, the sisters were taunted during their events for their race and physical strength. Serena won, but she refused to return for 14 years. But guided by her Christian faith, she wrestled with the power of forgiveness. On her return, she said this: "I have faith that the fans at Indian Wells have grown with the game and know me better than they did in 2001. And together, we have a chance to write a different ending." Using love as our navigator, we are moving, perhaps slowly, but we are moving toward wholeness and unapologetic acceptance in these embodied time-traveling ships that we're on and in, that we are. Together we have a chance. Breathe that in as the music team comes up, as we prepare for our meditation. Because it's not about what we've achieved in life, but about what we have understood, integrated, and digested. Take this into our hearts as we think about what it would be to trust God enough to be our navigator, to let love guide us. Moving from our heads to our hearts. Holy ground. This place of trust and understanding and love. Dropping down into your place, your holy ground, your kingdom of God within, right here and right now. Ask and listen in the silence. And from this place, this holy ground, it all happens. All creation happens here. For you, for us, and for the world.
Welcome magic and wonder, brilliance and grace. Welcome joy, satisfaction, pleasure and strength. Welcome essence, beauty, presence, time, spirit, form and space.
and I am wind.
I accept love and also I give.
I am loud and I am mighty.
I am silent, I tread lightly.
I am brave and monumental.
I am modest, I am gentle.
I'm a student and I teach.
I am the sand and I am a beach.
I am ease and I am power.
I am bridge and I am tower.
I am breeze and I am wild.
I am mother, I am child. I am many, I am few. I am God and God is you. What I seek, I have. What I want to know, I understand. All I wish I could, I can. Who I want to be, I am. What I seek, I have. What I want to know, I understand. All I wish I could, I can. Who I want to be, I am. Who I want to be, I am. Who I want to be, I am. Who I want to be, I am.
Don't we have the best music team in Unity? And let's hear it for Reverend Elizabeth Hager, please. Ooh. Thank you, guys. So we're going to turn our attention now back to our spiritual connection cards. If you're online, again, you can click the button on our website or click the chat that people are putting the link to the spiritual connection card. If you're here in the room, you can pull off, if you have not filled out the front of your connection card, I invite you to fill that out now. These will go into the offering basket as that comes around a little bit. And if you flip it over to the back side, you'll see our spiritual practices. And these are from Reverend Elizabeth's talk. The first one is identifying what are our fear-shaped holes, right? And I love the acronym, too, for fear. Did everybody know it? False evidence appearing real. False evidence appearing real. What are those fear-shaped holes in our soul, right? Dare to love yourself unconditionally. Aren't you fabulous? Yeah. Aren't you fabulous? Yes. Dare to stand up and say, I am divine, I am whole, I am beautiful. I am that I am. Ask for healing and guidance in your prayers and meditation. The most powerful prayer we can ever say is, help me. Help me to understand. Help me in my blindness. Help me in my unknowing so that I can shift from what is to what could be. And then the last one is listen to the voice of love to answer, for it always will. What would love do? What would love do in any situation? Right? And if we can't be the voice, the hands, the instrument of love on earth, what are we doing? What are we doing? Right? So in the most difficult times, be the love. Be the love. So those are our practices for this week. You can write in your own practice if something else came to you. I'm going to be Venus Williams and Serena too, right? And write in your answers there and put these into the offer. Also, if you have anything going on in your life you want me to hold in prayer or want to speak to me about, there's a great opportunity on the comment section to put that in there and put it in the offering basket. Or once you fill it out and close it on Google, it will come to us as well. So thank you for doing that online. Also online, we have a spiritual salon after service. Our people online will hold a salon where we get to talk about these concepts and you get to interact and speak to us. So whether you're here in the room or at home, just always know that we have more opportunities for interaction. And I invite you to join our spiritual salon. You would just click the same link on the website that says Zoom Room. Click that link and it'll take you to the spiritual salon after service today. And now it's time for our time, talent, and treasure. Everything we do here, this band, this amazing band, these amazing speakers, this amazing building is all here because people give of their time, talent, and treasure. Time in the study of spiritual principles, talent in their beautiful singing, in their smiles and greeting. I can still smell the cooking downstairs. All those, and the people that are helping with the children's program to make sure our children have an enriching experience downstairs as well. All those talents make it. And then our treasure. None of us would be here without this. We couldn't have the electricity without people giving of their treasure. So we have in front of you pledge cards. What we're doing right now for this month is to ask you to commit to what you're going to give to us this year. You can always give more, so you can lowball it on the card and always give us more. But that way we can, as the board and I are creating a budget for this coming year, gives you an opportunity to plan. So I invite you to pull out the promise card. They're in the seats in front of you. They're also online on our website. And let us know here in the office how much you're going to give so that we can continue to create this amazing service every Sunday and all the other programming we do. So take a look at that. In your bulletin, there's lots of different ways to give. You can use the QR code that lets you donate if you want to do it through PayPal or any other credit card on that. Through that connection card, through that QR code. You can fill out an envelope in front of you with credit card information or stuff it with cash. I love the idea of the envelope stuffed with cash. And put your names on it and spell it, please, and print it legibly. I know Diane's in the house. She would really appreciate that when she opens them on Tuesday and Wednesday to be able to understand who they're from. And, you know, first names aren't enough, folks. I'm sorry to tell you. So please make sure you do that, and the baskets will come around here in a minute, and we can put more in. So there's an affirmation we have. I give with abundant love and joy. As I give, I receive. This is our third principle, folks, right? This is just another saying of our third principle. So let's all know this together. I give with abundant love and joy. As I give, I receive. And now, earth, wind, and fire.
Don't hesitate to get up and dance or sing along.
Don't hesitate.
If you're moved, let it out.
Yes. Come on, Rosie boy.
That's right, get up. Every thought is a dream, rushing by in a stream, bringing life to our queendom of doing.
principle is that we create our lives with our thoughts, our words, our beliefs, and our feelings. Our whole body creates the world we see ahead of us. So when we fantasize, when we take that inside, we create a world that is wonderful for everyone. Don't be shy. Dream big. Dream beautifully. Fantasize this world. Wow, that was a fantasy come true. Woo!
It was for me. I was living the fantasy.
Wow. Earth, Wind, and Fire were unitics. I mean, really. Listen to that. Those lyrics, are they the third principle or what? Wow, fantasize. Make your dreams come true. We have lots going on this week. Please always check out our weekly bulletin. If you're not signed up for our email, make sure you filled out a connection card or let Dave in the office know. And we will gladly let you know everything that's going on here. We just send out one a week. We won't spam you too much. Jesus for the non-religious. That is amazing entry for me into the unity teachings, understanding that Jesus is not just the one and not an exception, but the way to follow that we can all do. So this book, written by Bishop Spong, an Episcopal bishop, is mind-blowing. And I'm going to be doing a book study on it for 5 weeks leading up to Easter. So sign up today online. our annual meeting where we elect our new board of trustees and we talk about our finances, and you can see behind the curtain here on how we run everything. We're fully transparent. And that is on the 26th of this month, immediately following service in the hospitality room downstairs, starting at about 12:45, 1 o'clock. Now it's time for the kids. I saw them up here. Let's bring all the kids. Orlando, do you want to come up with the rest of the kids? Yeah. Let's do a reprise of that. Go ahead. Whatever you're going to play. We don't have the kids? We do have the kids. Orlando, you want to come up? Where are the girls? The girls aren't going to come, right? Here they are. Woo! All right. Yay. You want this? Yeah. Ayla, you want that? Yeah. Woo! Wow, what'd you guys do downstairs? Playing at things? You made Valentine's cards? Woo! So these little ones and these little ones, as beautiful as they are a small fraction of our ever-expanding, growing kids program. And if you'd like to volunteer to be part of it, we have a need now for volunteers to help out with the staff downstairs to enrich the kids' services. I know Rosie's going to be teaching dance. Woo! Yeah. And Connie helped out downstairs today. Yeah, making cards with everybody. JD's going to do some stuff, and you can bring your talents and share with the kids downstairs. I'm going to do one Sunday a quarter, too, and spend my time downstairs with these lovely souls. We have an affirmation that goes, you are God's perfect expression of divine life. We see you and we love you exactly the way you are. Can we all know that for these kids and all the world's kids together? You are God's perfect expression of divine life. We see you and we love you exactly the way you are. Woohoo! Okay, guys, you can stay up here and dance if you want. We have this rocking closing song with electric guitar. We are here to pray with you. Our prayer chaplains will be around the room, and also downstairs after we say grace and have our meal downstairs. The prayer chaplains are in the prayer chaplain corner downstairs. Look for them downstairs. They're wearing white stoles. And our online spiritual salon, as I mentioned, you can go to the Zoom room right now and join everybody right there. Thank you to everybody who made this service possible. Can we have a round of applause for all of our volunteers and our staff? Woo. Thank you. It takes a village to make this happen. And this is Lenny Kravitz. I invite you to stand at home and here in the room.
Scoot over. They need to see Arthur.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So we have a special treat. I want you to understand where this music is coming from. This is our new keyboardist and guitarist, Arthur Koo. Take it, Arthur.
We can move that.
Make a joyful noise, kids. Dance. everybody.